This is my car. It's a 2013 Mustang S197. You guys have seen this. This video is going to be all about should you modify it or keep it OEM, and I'm going to kind of set this up into 3 separate sections. The first one is going to be OEM, keeping it stock, pros, cons of that. The next one is going to be OEM Plus, which is a little bit of mods here and there. And the last one is full send. Right now, I would consider this car pretty much full send. This is bagged, it's whippled, it's got everything, but I'm kind of in this, I need to or get off the pot. What I mean by that is that I'm in this middle ground between OEM Plus and full send, and I need to figure out which way I'm gonna go. Little secret, I kind of already know which way I'm gonna go, but this will hopefully help you guys decide which way you wanna go with your car. First things first, let's talk about OEM. Now this is not an example of that, but there are OEM cars. What that means is that maybe you're looking for low mileage, completely stock. Now this doesn't take us very long to cover because OEM just means that it's completely stock. I mean, all you did was oil change and put gas in it, change your brakes and tires, and called it good. Now that is a great car. You're gonna know exactly what's done to it. It's gonna be OEM fresh, exactly how Ford's engineers and designers intended it to be. What's the pro of that? Well, you get, number one, you get reliability. You possibly get an extended warranty depending on how you kind of finagle that, depending on the year. The other part is that it was completely untampered with unless it was done at the dealership or at the factory. So for that reason, if you wanted, some people are completely okay with just keeping it OEM exactly how Ford's engineers designed it, and that is fine. The con to this is that you might be limited by whatever Ford's engineers and teams were able to do with the whole legal requirement and scrutiny over them to push out to the public. The OEM is a pretty simple conversation, and most of those people that do like that are just ones that like to keep things the way they are. Maybe they're not handy, and maybe they just want 100% reliability and peace of mind. So those are our OEM cars. Now our next step up is going to be OEM Plus, which I would consider my car just past OEM Plus. It used to be OEM Plus, and honestly a great example of OEM Plus is going to be my mom's car. If you guys aren't familiar with what OEM Plus is, it really just means you're taking what Ford designed and you're putting slight tweaks on it. I'm talking maybe just lowering springs, wheels and tires, and exhaust. Maybe some cosmetic lips or louvers or a wing. That's it. It is what we call OEM Plus. Now, if you've never heard of that, it really just is adding your little spin onto whatever the car already comes with and doing minor things that could always be reversed. I think that's a big delineation here with OEM Plus, is that these things are not forever. They're just minor mods that you could always reverse and put back to OEM. Typically, OEM and OEM Plus are going to be the ones that hold the most value for a car. So if you do intend to resell the car, again, you're never gonna get all of your mod money back, but at least at these levels, you have a wider market of people who are willing to buy them because these are easily reversible mods or lack of mods. And so if this is not a car for you forever, maybe that's where you wanna stop. My car is currently in this middle ground where I'm in between OEM Plus with my little flavor on things while also going full send. And I need to figure it out, which way am I going? Now we have the final part of this, which is full send, which means that you can build your car for a specific purpose, which might be drag, drift, tracking, like autocross style. You could also just make a show car with the most detail and the most custom bits and wide bodies and things like that. But I think it's best to try to choose one of those and go correct in that direction. Like the way that I'm sitting right now with this car, yes, I have some good parts here and there, but I feel like I'm kind of scatterbrained in this street track situation where I have airlift and it's good for show, but I don't really take it to shows. I haven't really gone to a show in a while. I also have, forged wheels, but I don't have the super grippy tires and setup to really push it with the lower unsprung weight. I also have the Recaro seats, but I don't have, or I haven't taken it to any kind of autocross or track to run a harness and a cage, which is what those seats are kind of designed to help with. I've got a Whipple supercharger, but I really just drive it on the street where I really can't get onto it unless I want to go straight to jail. So these are all of the things where it's kind of like, I've got to decide on a direction. This full send of mine, I'm going to be taking it in the autocross, high performance driving, and getting grip. The number one pro is that you will have a car that you can upgrade for specific purpose, meaning you get nice big brakes to be able to stop faster. You have all of the suspension set up to have that grip or to go faster in a straight line and be able to put all that power down, like having a drag slick so that way you don't blow out your transmission. Or you have a drift setup with a cage and all of the caster and camber up front, all these different purposes to building your car. The only downside of that is that it's gonna have some kind of give in another direction. Meaning if you build a drift car, it's not gonna be that great in a drag strip. It's just gonna be set up for that purpose. And so I've always had this idea that the Mustang is a YouTube car, that I need to have like a well-rounded setup. Well, really, I need to figure out a purpose for it, and that's what I've done. I'm at the age now and lucky enough to have multiple cars to do multiple things, meaning the Bronco can also be my daily car, and I don't need this to be super streetable or to be super comfortable. I can kind of set this up so that way it has a purpose and we can use it the way that it should be used. Right now it's been sitting in the garage and hasn't been driven because it's not great at anything. It's really just there. Biggest piece of advice I'd have for you is that if you're going to mod your car, figure out a purpose, build for that, and just keep going in that direction. Of course, you could always change it up over time. It just means you'll have more work and you have to swap over different parts. But I think that is the biggest thing, is you need to have a vision for your car and then go in that direction. Let's be real, we've all seen cars driving around town where you're like, that is not my style, and they have a bunch of different parts on there that just don't make sense. Well, this is what I'm trying to get you guys on the same page about, is that have this vision for your car, build it with a purpose, choose parts that match that purpose, and then you won't have as much wasted effort and you'll be able to truly enjoy your car. Just so you guys know, I've been talking to some partners on the wheel and tire and the suspension side, so that way we can finally get grip, and then we're gonna go to the track and you guys are gonna watch me progress. And I also have all that content on my Instagram and TikTok, so making long form as well as short form and bringing it all to you guys, because I feel like a lot of you are probably stuck in a similar scenario, which is, I wanna drive this car hard, I just wanna make sure that it's set up properly. And then also you might have lack of confidence like me, where I haven't been able to do that, but I want to do it safely. And that's what I'm going to document and share with you guys. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up right here. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, then please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.